Let's talk about easy-to-use general-purpose oscilloscopes. One of the most important factors you need in an oscilloscope is ease of use. Especially for mid-class oscilloscopes, ease of use is the most important selection criterion. For example, bandwidth, sampling rate, noise floor, jitter, etc. are easy to understand specifications, but ease of use is much more vague. In this video, we follow a typical workflow of an oscilloscope user to illustrate what ease of use, or usability, really means. The ISO definition of usability is the extent to which a product can be used by specified users to achieve specified goals with effectiveness, efficiency, and satisfaction in a specified context of use. Well, when we talk about ease of use, we are conscious of operability, but that is part of satisfaction. Operability without effectiveness and efficiency is meaningless. This effectiveness and efficiency, in other words, refers to how easy it is to achieve a goal. In the case of oscilloscopes, it is how quickly and accurately the evaluation is completed, whether an anomaly is found, and whether the cause of the anomaly can be identified. Satisfaction means that there are no or few inconveniences, such as difficulty in understanding how to use the oscilloscope, troublesome operation, or behavior or results that are different from what is intended. We are confident that the GUI of the Keysight MXR series and all Infinium oscilloscopes are very good at this definition. However, the description of usability also emphasizes the importance of being able to extract the full functionality and performance of the product. In this regard, Keysight's efforts are still not enough, and we believe that further support for Infinium users is important. Here is the same waveform observed by MXR oscilloscope. If the waveform update rate is more than 200,000 waveforms per second, the waveform looks regular like this. You can also see that it is PAM3, a tri-level waveform. However, depending on the bit pattern, the level of +1 and -1, and the pulse width are quite different. In other words, you can see that this is a waveform with a lot of loss. Thus, just with a fast update rate, we can quickly grasp the whole picture and situation. This is exactly effectiveness and efficiency we talked about in the definition of usability. Press the cursor button in the upper right corner to display a pair of cursors. Move the cursors to measure the shorter noise interval of the power waveform. It's 2.2 MHz, just like Keysight. When I try to add another pair of cursors, to my surprise, I can't do it. I check the cursor menu, but there is no Add Cursors option. Split is for when you want to use the cursors across different waveforms. This is a pain. I wanted to measure the longer interval at the same time, but I cannot. So I have to measure them separately. It's a little too noisy. So, for example, use another math function and average it. 100 times average. With competitor, add new math. Averaging? They don't have averaging. All these are just mathematical calculations. It looks like you can do a lot of things, but if you look closely, you'll see that there's not much you can do. If they don't have averaging, what about smoothing? Of course they don't have smoothing. Keysight has a really wide variety of math functions. Smoothing. 5 points smoothing. 100 points. The last part of the evaluation and analysis is more intermediate level than basic, but we will take it up, because we get so many inquiries about it. The eye pattern measured with the competitor's oscilloscope is not open, violates the mask, or has noise on it. Not a few customers have been struggling with things like these, and have been unable to resolve for months. We can see a lot of something like a beard, and similar symptoms. The left one is the competitor's old type oscilloscope, and the right one is the recent type. The left is the old type, but the high-end models are still this type. After months of the situation remaining the same, customers finally contact Keysight. Keysight oscilloscopes capabilities and Keysight solution engineers' knowledge solve it immediately, every time. What a waste, if only they had used Keysight from the beginning. The mask test is not limited to prescribed masks of standards. In order to find out what is going on in the area of concern, you can make a targeted shot after the eye is completed. The mask unfold function checks where in the waveform the eye violated the mask. This feature is available in both Keysight and competitor, but Keysight leaves the mask, revealing specifically where and how the waveform has violated the mask. Competitor's oscilloscope shows only a pink indicator to say which bit has violated the mask. This is insufficient, because in many cases you cannot understand where exactly and how is wrong with the waveform. This is the main reason why competitor's oscilloscope cannot find out the cause of their problem. Competitor's mask unfold function is a paid option but insufficient. Keysight's mask unfold function is a standard feature but highly accurate. Finally, about the reliability of measurements, you cannot trust the sampling rate, resolution, and bandwidth displayed by the competitor's oscilloscope. It is a big loss if you make a wrong measurement or make a wrong decision based on that wrong measurement. We recommend Keysight's mid-class oscilloscope, easy to use, does what you want to do, and reliable.